Hello and welcome to Somerville Highlander Boys Volleyball on Somerville NTV as the Highlanders open their GBL schedule this year in the spring against the Malden Golden Tornadoes. Golden Tornadoes, very, very difficult, traditional power in the GBL, so we will have a great game for you today. Hello everybody, I'm Todd Harmon here at Brune Fieldhouse as we open out the Highlanders home schedule. Highlanders come in 1-1 on the season so far. They lost a 3-set match at Arlington and then swept Burlington at Burlington a few days ago. The Golden Tornadoes come in 0-1. They have a straight sets loss to Braintree on their record so far this year. Malden last year ranked number 27 in Division I, 16-4 overall, swept the Highlanders, defeated them in 4 sets at Malden early in the season, and then later in the season edged them out here at Brune in a 5-setter. So the Highlanders and the Golden Tornadoes know each other very, very well. And we will get to know the Golden Tornadoes throughout this match. Of course, volleyball, best of 5, best 3 sets out of 5. Each set goes to 25 points. You have to win the set by 2 points. The 5th set, if it gets to a 5th set, goes to 15 points. As the teams are out, the Highlanders in their white with red numerals on the right-hand side of your TV, computer, or phone screen. Libero, Adam Hill out there, one of their seniors, number 1 in the red jersey. Eli Torlentes, number 9. Junior, very strong on the front line, along with Julian Chetty, number 8 there. Next to him, over here near us, Ozzie Marks, number 7, a fantastic setter. Jules Johnson, number 11, a great player as well. And a new arrival out there, number 10, Zach Swanga. As the Highlanders take the first point with the soft touch there. It's Torlentes back to serve with his jumping right-handed service. It's going to go long. Side out goes over to Malden. Each volley results in points. So Malden now ties it up 1-1. Good service there by May. Good kill there for the Highlanders. So they were able to get that right into the libero there. Matthew Wren. Swango will go back to serve now. Swango, a young sophomore. Lots of height. Good service there. Dug out by Malden. Zach goes over on the 3rd touch. Set here for Jules as that one gets into the net. So Johnson's kill attempt here on the near side goes into the net, ties it up 2-2. As Israel D'Souza back at the service line for Malden. There's Ozzie with that strong side attack. Ozzie Marks, strike that. Excellent player for the Highlanders. Began with him 3 years ago as a freshman. We'll see Ozzie with this left-handed jumping service. He gets that one into the net. Side out goes back over to the Golden Tornadoes. 3 serving 3 now. As Saul Yafeli checks into the game for service. As Yafeli with the jumping service here. Johnson gets the dig. As Chetty able to clean up. Now Marks with the set. Good hit from the back line as Torlentes comes flying in for the kill. Eli picks up his first kill of the day. Jules Johnson back at the service line for the Highlanders as they lead 4 serving 3. Just underway here from Brune Fieldhouse. It's Johnson's service, dug out well on the back line. Trying for the soft touch was Bill Fang on that far side, but Bill didn't get it quite far enough. No bite to that Fang. Highlanders take the point, 5 serving 3 now. Good service again by Johnson as Jules takes the ace. Highlanders now doubling up the Golden Tornadoes, leading 6-3. Good service again by Jules, dug out on the back line, setting up Fang. Fang is blocked there, but the Highlanders got into the net, I believe, as Julian Chetty touched the top of the net. So the fault point goes to the Golden Tornadoes. As Lincoln Gustavo Silva checks into the game for service. Gustavo Silva's service, that's a long one. Side out end point goes to the Highlanders, 7 serving 4. Adam Hill back at the service line for the Highlanders. Good service by Hill. Nice dig there by Gustavo Silva. Now the set here by Marks. Torlentes gets his second kill of the day. Good adjustment by Eli as he was elevated, stayed in the air for a while there. Great touch on that kill. 8 serving 4 now. That one dug out. And May unable to get that attempt in. Goes out wide. Highlanders take the point, 9 serving 4. Good service there again by Hill. Great job by the sophomore Swango as he takes the kill. That ball served up from the back line of the Golden Tornadoes. Swango with those big arms. Those long arms, that long reach, able to get it over. Kisses the net, gets over. Highlanders now hold the volley. Torlentes, or Chetty, I should say, sends that over. Back set here, looking for Fang. Handled by Marks. The opportunity here for Torlentes came off of the block, it looked like, but instead it was going out. Eli looked like he thought it came off the block as well, but the side out will go over to Malden. Five serving 10. It's Matthew Wren. Will serve that one. Stoppage here. The referee will check with the scorer's table for something. Now we're going to go ahead and have service from Wren. Dug out by Johnson over on the first touch, and he'll take that kill. It's a timeout called by Malden, 11-5. The Highlanders have jumped out here in this first set. We will be back with volleyball action here from Brune Fieldhouse on Somerville NTV. Back here at Brune Fieldhouse as one of the other young sophomores gets the opportunity at the service line for the Highlanders. Highlanders leading this one 11-5 as there was a touch on that block that did go out. So the Highlanders granted the point. Hold on to service, so Torlentes will take the kill on that. He'll get his third. Dylan Maiden back at the service line. His maiden service, dug out on the back line. Good dig there by Johnson on the back. And a double hit is going to be the call I believe Malden got hung for that one. 6 serving 11 now. As Fang will take that kill. I'm sorry, that was May over there, Edward May. Kenton Gwynn at the service line. One of the co-captains for the Golden Tornadoes. Dug out well, touched over. Nice job by Ozzie there as he didn't get into the net. That's going to go out off of the netting. As the setting right now for Malden just a little bit off. Setting, of course, such a vital component of the game. Malden, their sets, couple have gotten, one of them got left in the Swango area, and Zach was able to take care of it. It's another first touch, and there's Zach Swango again. As you hear the call of Swango from the bench, his second kill. 13 serving 6. Torrentes back at the service line for the Highlanders. Eli's soft service there, diving in, unable to make the play. It was Fu. Torrentes will take the ace on that. 14 serving 6 now. Torrentes service dug out there. Set here as May able to get the waterfall there off of the block on the Somerville side. So May goes back to the service line, 7 serving 14. As Eli trying to get a touch on that one, only able to get the fingertips on it. Good spin on that by May. Looked like it was going to dive down. It had begun its dive. 8 serving 14 now. As that one dug out by Hill. Set here for Johnson as Jules with the right hand. Now the Highlanders will reset. Back set looking for Ozzie off the block, and he'll take the point and the kill. Nice work there around the net by the Highlanders. Johnson keeping things alive. Beautiful set over to Ozzie as he gets his second kill. Swango back at the service line. His service dug out nicely there by Johnson, but then he gets it right off the top of the head. Double touch is the technical violation there. 9 serving 15. Israel D'Souza back at the service line for Malden. Service by D'Souza, dug out by Johnson. Set back for Jules, and Jules will take the kill. Good tight work there by the Highlanders. Good back and forth on the set. 16 serving 9 now. Ozzie Marks with the service. That left-handed service, did it kiss the line? No, it did not. Just long. So when Ozzie is on that serve, it will dive down and kiss that line. 10 serving 16 now. And Sol Yafa Lee checks into the game. That dug by Johnson. Sent over by Caio Jr., or Junior Caio, I should say. Another one of the sophomores out there. That'll go over on the third touch. Sent right back over by Malden, so the Highlanders have something they can do with it here as Julian Chetty comes flying in here on the near side and takes the kill. (17 serving 10. Jules Johnson back at the service line. Highlanders had a nice 4-point run with him at the service line last time. Also an ace. Nice dig. Back line there. Good block as Chetty was able to get up. Another opportunity for the block as Caio kept it alive. And Torrentes able to get it off the block for the point. Great job by the Highlanders communicating there. Junior Caio, number 6, right in the middle. Highlanders showing a lot of youth out there. Dylan Maiden getting some time. We've seen Zach Swango already with some great kills. Nice service, but a great dig there as Fang comes flying in, but a great dig by Adam Hill. Now the opportunity is Torrentes will touch it over softly. Malden looking to set, backline attempt for May. Saved by the Highlanders. Here's the opportunity for Torrentes. Good dig by Adam Hill as he keeps it alive. That one kept alive by Ozzie. It's got to go over. Caio does. Now Fang from the far side, and he is blocked. As Junior Caio says, no, sir. (19 serving 10). The Highlanders so strong in this first set. Good service again by Johnson, dug out nicely as they work it back to Fang. Fang, though, trying to avoid the block as Caio and Chetty were right there. Ends up giving up the point as he didn't get it over the net. 20 serving 10. Another nice service by Jules. Malden's going to have to get this over on the third. Nice job from the back line. Ed May flying in to take care of that. Side out goes over to the Golden Tornadoes. Really nice job, though, on Jules' part with the consistent service. Good set by Ozzie as Eli got that one. Good dig by the Golden Tornadoes. Now Ozzie with a beautiful dig. Now Eli's got to get that over, but it hits the stanchion above the netting. And by rule, that is a violation. Out. Goes to the Golden Tornadoes, does the point. It's Gustavo Silva. Dug out by Hill. Set for Torrentes. It's a little too much on top of that one as he tried to get it in between the blocker and the netting. 13 serving 20 now as the Golden Tornadoes trying to come back. Good dig there by Eli. Back set over to Chetty. Nice dig there. This has got to go over. It will. Marks with the set. Torrentes trying for the kill there, but a nice block as well. Matthew Wren in the area. As Eli having a difficult time negotiating the block. 14 serving 20. Highlanders led by as much as 10 at one point. Now Gustavo Silva's service has got them back into this game. Hill sends it over on the third touch. Malden with the set. May looking for the kill, and he will take it. As Malden storming back here, you see the service by Gustavo Silva as he moves. He slides to the left with his toss, throwing things off. That's going to go long. But a great run of points there for the Golden Tornadoes as Gustavo Silva able to get them back into this game. It is 21 serving 15. Adam Hill at the line. Good service by Hill. May looking for the kill. Soft touch handled by Marks. Set here for Chetty. Chetty, he'll send that one over. Malden looking for the carry, didn't get it. James Lee trying to get that from the near side. Goes well wide. James Lee, a young freshman out there for the Golden Tornadoes, wide on that one. 22 serving 15. There's Swango again reaching over. He's going to get called for it though. As he got a hand onto the net. Point goes to Malden. It's unfortunate taking an excellent server off the line, Adam Hill. Now the opportunity for the Malden libero. It's Marks with the set. Johnson trying to push that back into the back, but just too far. As Malden has cut it back to 5 points. 17 serving 22. Good service, dug out by Torlentes. Set for Swongo. Great block by D'Souza up on that front line. 4-point lead now as the Golden Tornadoes have cut it down. Johnson with the dig. Marks will set, looking for Torlentes. And Eli Torlentes gets the kill. Good job there by the Highlanders as they were able to take that point. 2 points away from taking this first set. 23 serving 18. Dylan Maiden back at the service line. Maiden service, good one. Gustavo Silva with the dig. And Maiden, nice dig there by Maiden, but just a little too close to the net as Ozzie could not attack it aggressively without getting into the net. So the Highlander advantage back to 4. 19 serving 23. And as back at the service line is Kenton Gwynn, co-captain for the Golden Tornadoes. Gwynn's service dug out by Johnson. Set by Chetty. And there is a kill again by Eli Torlentes. As he will go back to the service line after getting that kill, looking to serve the Highlanders to a set 1 victory. Game point here as May gets his shot blocked but out of bounds. So Malden able to fight off the first of the game points for the Highlanders. 4 more yet to come. 20 serving 24. May back at the service line. Dug out by Torlentes. Set by Chetty. Swongo got into the net. As Zach gets called for the foul there. 21 serving 24. 2 game points set aside by the Golden Tornadoes. A third one here for the Highlanders. As Torlentes touched over by Chetty, and that will do it. As Torlentes with the dig, a nice little deflection touch by Chetty, and the Highlanders take game 1 by the score of 25-21. We will be back here on Somerville Ed TV for second game action here from Brune Fieldhouse between the Golden Tornadoes and the Highlanders in GBL action. We are back here at Brune Fieldhouse on Somerville Ed TV. I'm Todd Harmon. We have second set action between the Highlanders and the Golden Tornadoes as the Highlanders took game 1 by the score of 25-21 here in this GBL opener in volleyball. The Highlanders looking to go 1-0 in the GBL. They were swept last year by the Golden Tornadoes, losing here at Brune in a 5-setter. So the Highlanders taking game 1. Very, very important opportunity here for the Highlanders to go up 2-0. We've seen some great work by Jules Johnson at the service line there in game 1, and he starts there for the Highlanders in game 2, and he will start things with an ace. The Highlanders being led by Jules Johnson along with Ozzie Marks, number 7 you see out there. Julian Chetty, number 8, up in that middle position up front. And Eli Torlentes, number 9, as that one gets into the netting. Side out will go over to the Golden Tornadoes. We've also seen some good young talent coming in. Junior Cayo out there, number 6. Good diving dig attempt there by Adam Hill, but a heck of a service by Edward May as he will pick up the ace. Golden Tornadoes lead now 2-1. Highlanders were leading by 10 in that first game, 20-10. And the Golden Tornadoes came storming back, cut it to a 4-point lead. So although the Highlanders won that game, Malden came out with a bit of momentum, and you see that here as Ed May gets himself another ace. 3 serving 1 now. That one dug out by Eli. He's set up now looking for the kill. Good block there. Up front as Nick Lee elevates along with Israel D'Souza. Point goes to Malden, 4 serving 1. That one dug out by Hill. Marks with the set. Johnson for the backline kill, dug out there by May. Touch there by Torlentes, but it's dug out. This one has to go over, and it will. It's Marks and Chetty both going for it. Late call there, but Torlentes was able to get it over. Now a back set, looking for the freshman Nick Lee, or I should say the junior Nick Lee. 2 Lees out there. Nick is the junior, James is the freshman. As Nick's shot goes long. Side out goes to the Highlanders, 2 serving for Adam Hill back at the service line. Hill, a very consistent server. That one dug out nicely. The attack here, handled though, dug out extremely well, but there you see D'Souza and Lee, and they're gonna get called for a double touch as D'Souza gets called for the double touch. So the Highlanders will maintain service, take the point, 3 serving 4. Hill's service dug out well as Ozzie diving there trying to pancake that, just couldn't. Johnny Fu able to get the dig and the point. 5 serving 3, D'Souza at the service line. Dug out by Torlentes. Johnson has to get this over, he does. Now they look to set up Lee. That dug out by Marks. And Chetty will get that over. Now they look to set again. Backline set looking for May, and he's able to get the kill on that one. As Edward May comes flying in back line. Takes the kill, 6 serving 3 now. D'Souza let that one fly a little bit too much as it drifted out. Highlanders will take this side out. As Dylan Maiden checks into the game for service. Dylan, another one of those sophomores, along with junior Kaio. As the ace goes to young Mr. Maiden. Highlanders cut it to a 1-point deficit, 5 serving 6. Zach Swango out there, number 10, right in the middle. He's another one of those young sophomores. It's Maiden. Good service, dug out on the back line. Opportunity here, beautiful block there. As Ozzie Marks got up and put that right back down. As Adrian Lee unable to get it by him, Highlanders tie it up 6 serving 6. Maiden gets the ace. As that had a little funky spin on it. Dylan serving the Highlanders in front for the first time here in the second set. 7 serving 6. That one just stays elevated, drifting a little bit as it goes out. That will tie it up, 7 serving 7. Side out over to the Golden Tornadoes. Nick Lee back at the service line. Lee, that toss seemed to throw him off a little bit. It looked like his momentum stopped shifting forward for the attack on that service. Had to make more of a straight up vertical leap. And I think that threw off that service as it got into the net. Side out over to the Highlanders, 8 serving 7. Torlentes back at the service line. As Eli pops that one right up. Sent over by May. Chetty will set. Johnson with the tip, touch over. This has to come from Fang, and it does. Johnson gets blocked, but Torlentes able to dig it out, but Hill did not realize Jules was there and put the hand to it on a second touch that went awry. Malden gets the side out. AJ Juncato, his service. First action today for AJ, 7 serving 8. Jules looking for the kill, touches that over. Now May gets blocked there, but he handles it. Third touch goes over. As Marks to Chetty, back to Marks, as Ozzie got that on the waterfall, and it's gonna go down. As the push up there, called against May. Tried to push against the waterfall, couldn't do it. 9 serving 8 is Swango back at the service line. Service there by Swango into the net. 9 serving 9 now, side out back to the Golden Tornadoes. As D'Souza checks back into the game, he's been very strong on the front line for the Golden Tornadoes. Good service there as the ace is dropped. Malden takes the lead here in game 2 again. 10 serving 9. That one dug out by Hill. Chetty looking to set Johnson. And we're going to get called a double touch, I believe, on Julian Chetty. As Johnson had that lined up, but the double touch violation the point goes to the Golden Tornadoes, 11 serving 9. Chetty now back setting, looking for Ozzie, and Ozzie will take the kill. Good choice there by Julian. Highlanders, as you see, 2 different variations in terms of setting, both very talented. Ozzie, one of those setters, as well as Julian. This has to go over, it does. Hill with the dig. Ozzie will set as Jules looks for the kill, but he's blocked as D'Souza as well as Fang elevate. Side out goes over to Malden, 12 serving 10 now. Kenton Gwynn back into the game for service. Gwynn service, dug out by Torlentes. Ozzie with the set. Jules looking for the kill. Just a little bit off on that. The set, I think, was a little behind him. Just a touch. Got into the net. 13 serving 10. Gwynn service, dug out by Hill. Ozzie will set, looking for the backline kill from Eli. Did it go long? No, it did not. It kissed the line. As Torlentes gets another kill today. That's 7 I'm counting so far. As Jules Johnson back at the service line, he's been the most effective server for the Highlanders today. Love to see him back there trailing only by 2. Opportunity here. It's nice job by Kayo as he was able to get the hand onto it. Beautiful placement on the back there by Fang. Or strike that, that's May. As Edward May just put that touch beautifully upon it to the back corner. 14 serving 11 now. As they were able to get Jules Johnson off the service line. Dual bonuses there for Malden, the point and Jules off the line. Torlentes sends that over. Nice touch by Eli. Opportunity here for Malden. As that one sent over by Lee. Now Eli looking for the kill. Gets blocked and then dug. Now Lee off the block, goes out. The point will go to Malden. No, it will not. As I thought that came off the block, but it did not, so the point goes to the Highlanders. 12 serving, 14 after the side out. Adam Hill back at the service line. Hill, another excellent server for the Highlanders. Just watch his placement on the service. He'll place it here near side, forcing Lee to get a little out of position. Good job by Ozzie as he got that over on the second touch. Opportunity here, though, for Lee as he will take it and get the kill. So he dropped the waterfall right there on Swungo. Side out back to Malden, 15 serving, 12. They've just been consistently ahead in this game. As D'Souza's service gets the ace. 15 serving, 12 now. Israel D'Souza back at the service line. Timeout is taken. We're going to stay here just to talk about what we have available here for you on Somerville Ed TV. We've got spring sports. Spring sports are in the air. As of course you see before you, boys volleyball. We also have softball coverage coming up here on Somerville Ed TV, along with Highlander baseball coverage. So the Highlanders look to get back to the playoffs on the baseball diamond. Also, we will have and have had girls lacrosse action. We already had the Tufts Classic, a tough loss to Medford, as the two-time GBL champion Highlanders look to defend their title in girls lacrosse. And of course, we have boys lacrosse coming up as well. So make sure you mash those buttons. Make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing. Wake your neighbors, call your kids, and make sure they are following us here on Somerville Ed TV for all the spring action on Highlander athletics. D'Souza still back at the service line. Malden with the 16-12 lead here in set 2. Highlanders took the first set, 25-21. Marks with the set. Torlentes tries for the kill. It gets blocked, but a great dig by Jules as Chetty got it over. Now that one's sent over by Lee. And the Highlanders have to get it over. Julian does. Malden looking to set Lee there, off the block and out. As Chetty elevated, but wasn't able to control the block off of Adrian Lee's shot. 5-point lead now for the Golden Tornadoes, the biggest of the second game. Ozzie with the set, looking for Chetty. As Julian takes the point. Highlanders will get the service back as Dylan Maiden checks into the game for service, 13 serving 17. Highlanders up 1-0. As Malden looking to even things up here, 1 set apiece. Maiden's service goes long as it drifted on him there. Back to a 5-point Golden Tornado advantage. 18 serving 13. Saul Yaffa Lee checking into the game. Yaffa Lee will go back to serve. Jules digs that one out. Julian with the set. Ozzie looking for the kill. Dug out nice one on the back line by May. Now Hill with the dig. Chetty looking for the set. The young sophomore Swungo. And Zach with the soft touch takes the kill. Highlanders take the side out, 14 serving 18. Looking to cut into this Malden advantage. As Torlentes back at the service line. Service by Eliza, good one, dug out by May. Set at the front. And Matthew Wren crushed that one. Back to a 5-point advantage for Malden. And A.J. Junquitel checking into the game for service. Dug out by Torlentes, set by Chetty. Ozzie Marks adjusted to a difficult set and was able to get the kill. Junior Kayo checks back into the game as Swongo back at the service line. Good service by Zach, dug out by May. As May looks for the kill, soft touch, dug out by Jules. Now Marks looks for the kill, but there's May along with Wren as that's blocked right back down. 5-point advantage still for the Golden Tornadoes. Good service there, dug out by Torlentes. Now Jules looks for the kill. Good dig there. Can Malden get it over here on the third touch? May does. Another set here for Jules far side. Dug out nicely on the back line. That one dug out by the Highlanders, but left up top. And Marks unable to get it as he's diving across there. The dig got left in the area where Malden could send it right back. 21 serving 15. It's Marks off the block. It was off the block. There we go. There we go. As Ozzie had come flying in, sent that off of the side of the blocker's arm on purpose to send it out of bounds, which is exactly what happened. Highlanders get the side out, 16 serving 21. Ozzie back at the service line. As Marks gets that one dug out by May, looking for the kill there, got it blocked, but was able to keep it alive. Now Jules, one-on-one against Bill Fang. And Jules Johnson got the best of it. 17 serving 21. So Highlanders looking to make a late charge like Malden did in game one. That one came up short for Malden as the Highlanders took game one. But came into this game two with lots of momentum. Marks sends it back to Kayo with the touch. But Kayo just a little bit long on that. Malden now 3 points away from evening things up, one set apiece. 22 serving 17. Kenton Gwynn back at the service line for the Golden Tornadoes. Good service there. Hill will dig it out, but that's dangerous. Marks gives it to Kayo, and that's what they tried to do the last time. It worked this time. As Ozzie with the quick set touch. And Junior Kayo takes the kill. As the Highlanders now down by 4, need a great service run here from Jules Johnson. It's a back set there. That's got to go over, and Kayo just couldn't quite get the touch to get it up above that netting. So Malden now 2 points away from taking this second set. 23 serving 18. Ed May back at the service line. May's service dug out by Torlentes. Back to Eli now looking for the kill as it comes off the block, but the Highlanders save it over and get it there. Lee gets dug out by Hill. Now Eli once again as Lee gets the dig on it. Hill partially dug it, set by Jules, but Torlentes a little bit long as he tried to send that to the back line. Game point here for Malden. As May back to serve here. His first one kisses off the tape and goes the Golden Tornadoes' way as they take game two by the score of 25-18. We will be back here for game 3 as the two teams switch sides, tied at 1s, here on Somerville NTV. We are back here at Brune Fieldhouse on Somerville NTV. I'm Todd Harmon. Highlanders tied up 1 set apiece with the Golden Tornadoes as we move to the 3rd set. Highlanders took the first game 25-21. Golden Tornadoes took the second game 25-18. The Highlanders opened that first game, built a large lead. We're up by 10 points at one point in that game, and Malden came storming back to cut it to a 4-point win for the Highlanders in that first game. However, the Golden Tornadoes carried that momentum over and were able to get an early lead that they really never relinquished. The Highlanders were able to sneak ahead about midway through in that second game, but the Golden Tornadoes able to keep them at bay and take that second game. So we are tied at 1s as we go to game 3. Golden Tornadoes start with the service as the set there from Chetty going too close to the net. Highlanders trailing here 1-0 early in game 3. As Hill, good communication there. As he let that one go, side out goes to the Highlanders. Torrentes back at the service line. Critical game 3 here. One team will take that critical 2-1 advantage. As that's saved back and sent over by D'Souza, but the Highlanders able to handle it. Good quick hands there by Ozzie, but Eli's backline attempt on the 3rd touch gets into the net. Now Ed May back at the service line for Malden. That'll be a foul there on the illegal address. 2 serving 2 now as he began the service run and then stopped. Zach Swango back at the service line for the Highlanders. Swango has been excellent on the front line for the Highlanders, especially in game 1, as that one goes wide to the far side by Adrian Lee, but they're going to say it was in. So trying to explain to head coach Steve Walker, the ball was clearly out, it appeared. But Malden will take the point as they call it in. 3 serving 2 now. D'Souza back at the service line for Malden. As Johnson, miscommunication there. Ozzie able to get it over though. Nicely done there by Ozzie Marks. So the Highlanders a little rattled after that frankly missed call by the officials. It's Jules Johnson will rattle the Golden Tornadoes with a kill. Beautiful job there by Jules as the Highlanders take the side out. Ozzie back at the service line, 3 serving 3. Good service there by Marks, kept in by May. Now Lee trying for the kill, gets blocked by Chetty. Lee again, this time he's able to waterfall it, and the Highlanders unable to get it over the net. Waterfall is when you get that ball in between the netting and the blocker, able to drop it straight down on the blocker's side of the netting. Side out over to Malden for serving 3. Yafa Lee back at the service line. Left-handed service here by Yafa Lee. Miscommunication by the Highlanders. It's Jules Johnson. Hits his chest, says, my bad. He was drifting away, thought Adam Hill was going to come over and get coverage on that. 5 serving 3 now. As Hill will let that one go. Wisely done as it goes long. Side out to the Highlanders, 4 serving 5. Jules Johnson at the service line. Jules has had excellent service throughout this match so far. Looking to serve the Highlanders into the lead here in Game 3, a critical Game 3. Both teams tied at 1. That one dug out. Chetty sends it right back. Dug out nicely there by Fang. Good block there by the Highlanders as Torlentes and Cayo team up to block that one down. 5 serving 5. Johnson again, dug out by May. Just a little bit off on the set. That bedeviled the Golden Tornadoes early in Game 1 as well. That time just the set just a little bit off. So Highlanders taking the point, taking the first lead of Game 3, 6 serving 5. Good service again by Jules, dug out nicely on the back line. Backline kill attempt by May, dug out by Hill. As Marks will set Torlentes. As Cayo takes the gift and cashes it in. Seven serving 5. As Johnson ripping off some service points here for the Highlanders, giving them the 2-point advantage. Good service again, dug out by May. Set looking for Fang. Dug out well by the Highlanders. Second touch went over, but handled by the Golden Tornadoes. Good dig by Jules on the back line. Torlentes has to send it over, no danger. Set opportunity here for Fang as he gets it off the block on the waterfall. Six serving 7 after the side out. Fang will take the kill. It's Gustavo Silva at the service line. He's got that drifting left-handed service. Very, very difficult. Torlentes able to handle it. And he puts that over, just touches it over very deftly. Now May looking for the kill, dug out by Jules on the back line. Highlanders get it over on the third touch. Now May again, there's going to be no danger on this, and the Highlanders have some play with it. But the set from Jules, the first touch, too strong, got over the net, and that allowed Ed May to get the kill. 7 serving 7. Gustavo Silva, that drifting service, so difficult to handle. Highlanders able to dig it out. Torlentes tries for the waterfall, gets blocked as Matthew Wren was there. Malden back into the lead, 8 serving 7. That one into the net from Gustavo Silva. So we are tied at 8 points apiece here in Game 3. Adam Hill back at the service line for the Highlanders. Hill, that service crossing into the middle of the area there. Wren tried to touch it over and ended up sending it out. As you'll see, he'll move the location of his service. He'll drift it out there towards that far side as well, trying to get the other players out of position. That was a stronger service going after Gustavo Silva. Is this going to get over? And Torlentes makes sure it will not. As Eli takes another kill, he's up into double digits. 2-point lead now for the Highlanders, 10 serving 8. Another good service by Hill. Looks to set May. May gets blocked there as Swongo and Chetty send it back to Mr. May. Highlanders building a 3-point lead, 11 serving 8. As their Libero, senior leader, Adam Hill back at the service line. Good service there by Hill, as that's going to wind up an ace. Big 4-point run here for the Highlanders as they take the 4-point lead. 12-8, timeout taken by the Golden Tornadoes. We're going to keep it right here, just talk about what we have available for you here. Not only do we have all the sports available on Somerville Ed TV, also spring. That means spring concerts, and Somerville Ed TV will have coverage of all of the spring concerts throughout Somerville schools here in the spring. And don't forget graduations as well, as graduation ceremonies will be here on Somerville Ed TV all the way up here to Somerville High School as well throughout the city of Somerville. And don't forget our sister channel as well, as we have Somerville Gov TV, and this is a time when local governance is so very, very important, and so much important information can be seen on Somerville Gov TV. You get city council meetings, you get check-ins from the mayor, you also get updates from the Somerville Immigration Council as well. Just very, very important things that you're able to find out on Somerville Gov TV. Make sure you're mashing the buttons on both Ed and Gov and get those subscriptions up. We really do appreciate it here as we are about to get back to action here with Adam Hill after 4 straight service points. Highlanders leading 12, serving 8. As May will dig that one out, looking for May for the kill. And Ed May rights matters for Malden with the kill on the far side. Side out goes to the Golden Tornadoes, 9 serving 12. Marks with the set. Swongo looking for the kill. Really good dig on the back line there by Gustavo Silva. Or I'm sorry, that was Yaffa Lee, but the Highlanders able to get the kill. Yaffa Lee was able to dig out that really tough shot there by Zach Swango, but the Highlanders persevere on that volley, and they will come away with the point. 13 serving 9, side out, as Dylan Maiden comes in for service. As that will go right where Zach Swango resides. As a Zach attack results in another point for the Highlanders, 14 serving 9. That's going to go just a little long as that drifted a little bit on Dylan. 10 I should say, serving 14 after the side out. Highlanders have built this 4-point lead. Golden Tornado co-captain Kenton Gwynn, after serving them to the victory in Game 2, comes to the service line. And Gwynn gets that into the netting. So the Highlanders, 15 serving 10, as Torlentes will go back to the service line for the Highlanders. Soft touch there, but able to be dug out by Lee. As May, with some spicy mustard there. Torlentes trying to get the hand upon it. Could not get the volley the right direction. 11 serving 15 is Ed May back at the service line. Hill with a nice dig there. Jules Johnson off the block for the point. Junior Cayo checking back into the game as Swongo goes back to the service line. 16 serving 11. Critical game 3. It's both teams tied at 1 game apiece. Big kill there by Adrian Lee as he made the initial dig and then came around for the kill on the far side. 12 serving 16. Israel D'Souza back at the service line. He's been excellent from the service line today. Johnson able to dig that one out. Back set looking for Ozzie. Did it come off the block? No, it did not. They're going to say it did not. Ozzie does not agree. He's saying, oh well. So out off of the kill attempt. 13 serving 16. It's D'Souza once again, good service. Dug out by Johnson, but Jules' first touch. Too close to the net, and the net was touched. As the net touch there goes against Adrian Lee, the Highlanders will get the point on the foul. So 17 serving 13 as Ozzie Marks back at the service line. Lee able to dig out that service from Ozzie. Now Ozzie will set, looking for Jules. Johnson dug out well by May. Can they get it over though? And that'll be a fourth touch. Highlanders will take the point. As they zero in on taking a 2-set-to-1 lead, back up by 5 here in the third set. 18 serving 13. Lee with the dig. Dug out on the back line by Torrentes, as Johnson will send that over, but just a little too strong as it goes wide. $14 serving 18. As Saul Yaffa Lee checks back into the game for the Golden Tornadoes for service. Ozzie with the set, looking for Chetty, and Julian will take the kill. Nice set there by Ozzie, setting up Julian here on the near side, and that gets Jules back to the service line. Highlanders 6 points from taking this third set, 19 serving 14. Service there, dug out very nicely on the back line, trying to set up. Fang on the far side, it goes out. So Fang's kill attempt out. Malden trying to say it was off the block. FAR official says it was outside of the stanchion. 6-point lead for the Highlanders, 20 serving 14. Good service again, dug out on the back line by May. As they come near side here, looking for the kill. That's going to go over. Great job by the Highlanders. Backline kill attempt by Ed May, though, is going to get over and get in. Side out to Malden, 15 serving 20. They send their service specialist in. Gustavo Silva. A drifting left-handed service there, so difficult to handle. Hill able to handle it though. Torrentes, little soft touch there by Eli. Gets the point. Back to a 6-point advantage for the Highlanders, 21 serving 15. Adam Hill back at the service line. This Hill, strong service, far side, challenging May. May gets blocked. He's able to save it though. As Torrentes had the duel, lost it, but the Highlanders able to get it over. As Chetty does. Now back over. Nice job there by Swango as he's able to get it over. May with the opportunity. Swango with the block. All by himself as the sophomore blocks May. Once again, May able to softly and deftly touch that over and get it into the back left corner. As Ed May will take the kill. Side out will go to Malden. 16 serving 21. Service here, dug out by Hill. Dangerous area there. Good job by Ozzy as he got up there. Did he touch the net? No, he didn't. Did it go in? Yes, it did. So the side out goes to the Highlanders. Ed May making the plea to the referee that he was into the net. VAR referee says he did not see him in the net. Dylan Maiden ready to check into this game for service, as he will check in for Julian Chetty. Highlanders 3 points away from taking a 2-1 lead here, as they lead 22, serving 16. Good service there by Maiden, dug out by Gustavo Silva. May with the opportunity, and May will take the kill, as Ed May just put that right on the line. Back to a 5-point Highlander advantage, side out to Malden. It's Kenton Gwynn served them to the Game 2 victory. Back at the service line, 17 serving 22. Dug out by Johnson. Chetty with the set, looking for Ozzy as he elevates a little wide there on that shot though. Trying to avoid the block as Ed May was right in the area. Ended up going wide. 4-point lead now for the Highlanders, 22-18 serving 22. It's Gwynn dug out by Johnson. Chetty with the set. And the left hand there of Ozzy Marks finds an open area, and Ozzy will take the kill. As Eli Torrentes back at the service line now. Highlanders 2 points away from taking game 3, 23 serving 18. Nice dig there. Sent over May with the kill, and he's able to get it through everyone for the point. (19 serving 23). It's Ed May back at the service line for the Golden Tornadoes, trying to get back into this one. Hill, second touch. Johnson, nice touch there to get it over. Good save though. Highlanders looking to set this up for Johnson. As Jules saved by May, but out. As Johnson placed that one beautifully in the back corner, resulting now in game point for the Highlanders. 24 serving 19. As the Zach attack goes back to the service line, Zach Swango looking to serve the Highlanders to a 2-1 lead. Swango dug out nicely in the back line. Far side attack, blocked, but blocked out. Malden fights off the game point, sending Israel D'Souza back to the service line. Game point again for the Highlanders here, their second one of this game. This has to go over from Julian Chetty, and it does. As they look to set far side, off the block and out from Adrian Lee as he takes the kill. Malden again charging at the end of a game. Highlanders taking multiple game points to get the job done if they can get it done here. 21 serving 24, another game point for the Highlanders. As Ozzy Marks is going to take the game with the kill. And the Highlanders take game 3 by the score of 25-21. We will be back for game 4 here from Brune Fieldhouse on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Brune Fieldhouse on Somerville Ed TV. I'm Todd Harmon. Highlanders lead the Golden Tornadoes by the score of 2-1. Remember, it is best of 5, so the Highlanders can take this best of 5 match with a victory here in game 4, as they went to 5 sets last year against the Golden Tornadoes here at Brune Fieldhouse. Ultimately ended up losing that matchup, so the Highlanders, I know, revenge on their minds, looking to open out their GBL schedule with a conference victory as they will open things here with service in game 4. Highlanders up 2-1. They took games 1 and 3 by the score of 25-21. As Dylan Maiden's service, big kill there. As Israel D'Souza elevated and slammed that ball. A very spicy meatball. So after that kill, Ed May back at the service line. Ed May, I should say, back at the service line. Ozzie Marks trying to get the kill. As Swango didn't quite get that. Now Swango or Jules Johnson able to get it over. This is volley continuing. Good dig by Jules on the back line. Ozzie with the set. Torlentes dug out by May. As Torlentes got into the net, and the point will go to Malden. What a volley that was, and what a save by Ed May on the back line. 2 serving 1 now, as May dug out by Hill. Chetty with the set, a little too far over. Good save there by Ozzie. Sent back over by Lee. Now Ozzie looking for the near side attack, and he will take the kill. As Torlentes back at the service line now for the Highlanders. That was the first point of the match, or the game, I should say, for the Highlanders. So 1 serving 2 now. Eli looking to juice that one up, and he does with the ace. Eli has been holding back, it appears, on some of his services, looking for more accuracy. He let loose on that one, though, and it was very nice. Now a little soft touch there from Eli, handled by Lee. As Eli will make the dig on the back line. Jules Johnson with the kill attempt, dug out by May on the back line. Now Lee, dug out by Johnson. This has to go over from Ozzie, and it will for the point. As Ozzie Marks takes the kill. Ed May tried to pancake that, just couldn't quite. 3 serving 2 now. As Eli juices that one up a bit too much, as it goes flying off the entire court. Side out over to Malden, 3 serving 3 now. As D'Souza's service, dug out by Johnson, looking to set Jules. That one partially blocked, dug out by D'Souza. Now the back set, back line attack. Nice job by Hill, as D'Souza is able to dig that one out. Back line attack once again by May, and Swango was there. As the Zach attack with the block. 4 serving 3, Swango back at the service line now for the Highlanders. He, Kayo, and Maiden, all 3 sophomores getting good playing time here for the Highlanders. Nice dig there by Jules on the attempt by Lee. As Ozzie will dive and make the beautiful stop. Lee unable to get the kill. Johnson, soft touch, pancake, but can't be won by Malden. As Kenton Gwynn got the pancake down, but they weren't able to do anything with a second touch. Highlanders take the 5-3 lead. Good service by Swango again. Back set. A little bit off there, but it's going to come out good for the Golden Tornadoes. As a lift is going to be the call. Side out goes to Malden. So they send Saul Yaffa Lee back to the service line, 4 serving 5. Hill with the dig. Chetty with the set. Little back set here to Ozzie. What a block there. As Fang and Rin combine for the block. 5 serving 5 now. It's Torrentes on the back line. Chetty with the set. Johnson looking for the kill. Good dig there by Malden. Another set for Jules. This one a soft touch. This has to go over, and it does. Now Chetty looking to set Johnson again. A little behind him on that set. Didn't quite get what he wanted on it. This needs to go over, it does. Chetty, back set, looking for Ozzie. Does it kiss the line? It does. Ozzie with that left hand, just so accurate, kissing the line on the far side. 6 serving 5, Ozzie at the service line. As he kisses the tape that time, and it goes the wrong way. Back even here. Jum Katal back at the service line. 6 serving 6. That's a little dangerous there. The first touch by Hill, too far. Left out there for Rin to take care of and clear away. 7 serving 6 now. Hill with the dig this time, marks. Quick set there, looking for Kayo. Dug out nicely by Malden. As Torrentes able to dig that attempt out by May. Ozzie sends it over in the third touch. Now they're setting far side, looking for Fang. Partially blocked, sent up by Jules. Now the Highlanders can set here as Hill. Setting up, Jules Johnson with the soft touch off the block for the point. Seven serving 7. As Johnson back at the service line, the Highlanders have had great success when he's been back there. That one kisses the tape and goes the right way for the Highlanders, as Jum Katal could not quite get it on the diving attempt. 8 serving 7 now, as Johnson back to the service line again. That one gets into the net from Jules. Hate to see him come off the service line after only 1 point achieved. 8 serving 8 now, tied up. D'Souza back into the game on that front line for Malden. Keep an eye on him and number 4, May. Ozzie with the set. Torrentes off the block. Highlanders with the point. Nine serving 8, Hill back at the service line. Let's watch Hill's placement on these serves. So he will send it to an area that will make Malden's return very difficult to build upon, as he did exactly that. Backline attack, Jules Johnson. Backline kill, Jules Johnson. Highlanders building a 2-point lead here, 10 serving 8. Highlanders already ahead 2 games to 1. A victory here in game 4 would give them the match. It's a set here looking for May. May's attack though goes long. Point to the Highlanders, 11 serving 8. Adam Hill once again. Good service there, dug out well. Fang, far side, able to get the kill. As that one got into Chetty's body, couldn't quite get the dig on it. Side out goes to Malden, 9 serving 11. Kenton Gwynn with the service. Hill, good job digging that one out. Torrentes, a little soft touch there. This has to go over, and it will not. As Eli Torrentes, a great job there adjusting his attack, avoiding the net, and getting that ball over. Side out comes to the Highlanders. Dylan Malden back at the service line. Part of that trio of sophomores. The head coach Steve Walker has found. It's Malden dug out on the back line there. Second touch goes over. Highlanders handle it as Torrentes gets the kill as it kisses the back corner. (13 serving 9 now as the Highlanders building a 4-point lead in what could be a decisive game 4. Malden gets that one into the net. Chetty back into the game for the Highlanders. May back at the service line for Malden. He has without a doubt been their star today. 10 serving 13. Dug out by Jules. Back set. Looking for Eli, and he gets the kill. As he sends that off the block, just roofed him. Just right off the top of his head. 14 serving 10 now. It's Eli back at the service line. He let loose a big one last time, tried to let loose a big one this time. Instead, wound up out. Now D'Souza will be back at the line for Malden, 11 serving 14. Dug out by Jules. Looking to set Jules far side. Came off of the block and out. Jules will take the kill. 15 serving 11. It's Torrentes and Johnson leading for the Highlanders in kills today. Swango, the Zach attack, nice service there. Handled by Malden. Now this is dangerous. Good job by Chetty. Oh my goodness gracious, Johnson just couldn't quite get that over, but that was a 4th touch. I was wondering about that. Side out goes to Malden, 12 serving 15. Israel, or I should say, Saul Yafali sends that one long. Side out back to the Highlanders. Ozzie Marks will head to the service line. 16 serving 12. Aussie's due for a nice run of service points, I think. This has to go over, and it does. Back set, Chetty sends that one over, not a lot of danger. Now an opportunity here, as Wren was able to make that dangerous, but Ozzie handled it. Jules, a nice job handling the block. Hill, a nice dig. Ozzie will set Jules. Johnson, his kill attempt goes long. Side out goes to Malden. (13 serving 16. AJ Jumkatel into the game for service. Marks back set looking for Johnson, and that'll be a kill right there for Jules Johnson. 17 serving 13 as Johnson goes back to the service line. He and Hill have been the strongest servers for the Highlanders. They are the next two in the rotation back there. But Johnson, as I jinx him, sends that one wide to the far side. Highlanders leading this one 17-14. Timeout on the floor will be taken by Malden. We're going to step away as well. We'll be back here in Game 4 action. Highlanders looking to take this one in 4 sets. They lead by 3. Back here at Brune Fieldhouse, Highlanders leading Game 4 17-14. Malden will have service. Highlanders leading this match 2-1. A win here in Game 4 will secure the GBL victory to open out their GBL season against a perennial GBL power in Malden. 14 serving 17. As this service dug out by Torlentes. They're going to look to set Eli. Dug out nicely there by June Catal. Good touch there by Chetty as well as Kaya. As that has to go over, and it does. Trying to set Eli, far side. Great job there by Bill Fang. As Fang is able to get the point for Malden, 15 serving 17. Good service again, Hill with the dig. Mark setting up Johnson back line, dug out by May. Trying to set May here near side, dug out by Johnson on the back line. Now Torlentes, far side. Dug out well by AJ on the back line. Marks with the set, looking for Eli. And that will be a point for the Highlanders. And we're going to have a flag thrown here on D'Souza as he's going to pick up a yellow card for the slam of the ball. Frustration showing through there for Malden. Very, very tight volley, very tough volley there. As D'Souza gets yellow carded for the slam. 18 serving 15, Hill back at the service line. Adam very, very good with his placement of service. You see right there to an angle that makes it difficult. Malden able to handle it. May gets it over. That has to go over from Julian, and it does. As they look to set May. Dug out by Hill. Beautiful dig by Hill. And the Zach attack tried to get the kill. And the Zach attack will get the point for the Highlanders. $19 serving 15. Hill, another nice service. He crosses this time. Great ace by Adam Hill as he's been working the near side on his services in this game 3, or game 4, I should say. Strikes that one cross court, gets the ace, 20 serving 15. Another soft one here, just inside the line. Fang gets it over. Hill digs it. Marks with the set. Eli looking for the kill. A little long on that one by Eli, as he didn't quite get up over top of that ball. So Malden will take the side out, 16 serving 20. Don't forget, in both of the Highlander game wins, Malden charged back at the end of both of those games to make them much tighter, as the Highlanders took games 1 and 3 by the score of 25-21. They lead here 16 serving 20. Marks with the set. Touch there by Zach. Nice dig there by Malden as May able to get it over. Now Torlentes looking for the kill as he sends it down the line for the kill. Great placement there by Eli Torlentes. Side out goes to Somerville, 21 serving 16. The third member of the sophomore triumvirate, Dylan Maiden, on to serve. Jump service by Maiden, dug out. D'Souza gets dug there at the net. Great job by the Highlanders. Backline attack there, dug out by Johnson. Now Ozzy setting Eli, and Torlentes will take the kill. It's the Highlanders 3 points away from the match victory. 22 serving 16. Maiden gets that one into, as he crossed the line. It's going to be the call on that. Side out to Malden, 17 serving 22. Ed May back at the service line. May, far and away Malden's best player, although Israel D'Souza also very, very good. Dug out nicely as Marks will set Torrentes. Eli needs to focus on that as he tried to kind of deke out Malden with a soft touch, but it gets into the net. 18 serving 22. May again, difficult service, dug out by Johnson. Torrentes gets it over this time. Looking to set here as Lee gets it over. Now Chetty setting Marks. Ozzie adjusted to it. Now Zach over the net. Who was into the net? Malden was into the net. Kenton Gwynn gets called for that. Zach Swango was in the area, but was not penalized as it went against Gwynn. 2 points away. Torrentes at the service line, 23 serving 18. Back set here. Beautiful block there. And the Highlanders now have the opportunity to set something for Jules Johnson, as that is dug out on the back line by May. Opportunity for Lee, but that's blocked by Ozzie. Now Hill digs that one out. Chetty with the set, looking for Ozzie. Ozzie dug out there by Gwynn. And the kill on the far side as James Lee drops the hammer. Side out goes to Malden, 19 serving 23. Highlanders remain 2 points away from the match victory. It's D'Souza with the service. Sent over on one touch by Johnson. Now the opportunity as Lee gets dug out by Torrentes. As Johnson, beautiful touch there as he sends that one for the kill. The Highlanders have 6 match points. As the Zach attack goes back to the service line, Zach Swango looking to serve the Highlanders to a match victory. Match point here, 24 serving 19. Good service, dug out by May. Has to go over softly. The set was a little bit off. Ozzie Marks is going to close the door with the kill. And the Highlanders take this match 3-1 by taking game 4, 25-19. Excellent victory for the Highlanders as Jules Johnson and Eli Torrentes, along with Ozzie Marks, just so tremendous on the offensive end. Adam Hill, fantastic service as well for the Highlanders, and that triumvirate of sophomores that we saw out there really giving great minutes. Dylan Maiden from the service line, Junior Cayo in that middle blocking and attacking position, and the Zach attack himself, Zach Swango, has joined the discussion. Highlanders take this one by the score of 3-1 as they open their GBL schedule with the win over Malden. That will leave them 1-0 in the GBL, 2-1 overall. Great opening for head coach Steve Walker as things look bright here on the volleyball court. That's going to do it for us here from Brune Fieldhouse. Highlanders taking this one 3-1. Thank you very much for watching at home. Thank you very much, Bill Trudell on camera, Joe Constantine on direction. I am Todd Harmon, and you have been watching Somerville Highlander Boys Volleyball on Somerville Ed TV.